Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode here at Titan Arena. We're gonna come back to the season one. I know we've been doing a lot of special episodes with Magnetar, Frostar, and Lithithar versus Titans. We're gonna come back a little bit since there's an event going on right now. I don't have enough tokens or enough coins to do the event, but I am definitely gonna go look at it. So I can kind of give you guys some tips, and this is more for the newer guys, of course. If you've been playing for a long time, you already know this. And if you see something that can be added to what I said, definitely put it in the comments. Let us know. It could definitely help me as well. You know, I've just been learning throughout the years. Didn't have a whole lot of people to teach me, and my friend Dark Warlord. So we've just been kind of learning as we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at the events here. So we'll go ahead and go to the rewards. So I already got this first one here. I've talked about it in the other videos. So these little pink treasures right here are called souls. Every time you battle, if you don't use one of these tokens, then it's only 10 souls. So you have to get 25 souls. So normally that would be 3 battles so that would be 30 points total, or 30 souls. So eventually you accumulate them, you get these rewards as you go on. But one thing you have to know is, so this void token right here, these are the coins for this event. So they change, you know, every event they change. They'll come back to void tokens, but they change. So what you want to do is you want to get these. You want to keep battling, and they give you over, you know, as you go, they give you portal stones. So 50 portal stones, so you can keep going. If you don't have gems to spend on portal stones, or if you just don't want to spend them. So definitely get these void tokens. So the first one's easy at 25 souls, which is, you know, 3 battles. Then the next one is at 500 souls, which is I think like 50 battles. And then the next one comes over here at 2,000, which is like 200 battles. So normally myself, without using any help from token coins, I usually always try to make sure that I get the first one here and the second one. Those are easy to get. Up to 500 is easy to get in, usually it's 2 to 3 days. So we have 3 days, 9 hours to get it. So it's pretty easy to get those first 2. So make sure that every event you always get at least those 2 coins, because they add up. So, you know, a lot of you might not know what these are, and you collect them here, and then where they end up, if you come over here to the little guy on the right, there you see the number 7 right here. If you click on that and you see the slain altar, so those are where those void tokens go. So every event, when you collect them from over there from the event and you click there, they end up here. So let's say, I'll give you an example. You know, and of course, like I said, this is for people who aren't doing this already. If you already know this, and then you can probably just skip this video. But if you want to keep watching, you know, definitely let us know in the comments if you have a better strategy. Definitely love to hear it. So let's say, for example, I just won this one right here, the first one that's checked off. So I clicked on it, I get it, it checks off, and then you go over here, and then this is where it ends up. Is a slain altar. I know it says void token over there, but these are the void tokens that are turned into slain altars, which then, if you were to click on these, which don't, but let's say I clicked on this, okay, then that would turn into a slain altar relic. So then I would come here to my Titan and I would attach it. So I do have a bunch, because over time you just get some for free as you do battles randomly. So I save them. You don't have to, but I save them because I'm a hoarder, and I'm like, you know, one of these days I'm going to use them. If you want to, you can save them. It's up to you if you do or not. They do take up a lot of space, and if I'm a hoarder, so I need the development team to expand the relic storage. But anyways, so let's say this was the slain relic. So it was a void token, they turned into a slave relic, and then you cashed it in, And here it is. You would see for a 1-star 8 out of 8, and then you would hit apply, and there you go. So now you can use it. So you can use it for 8 battles. So that means that every time you go and attack somebody, do you see right there on the top right where that pink treasure, little treasure symbol is? It says 10. It's all the way to the right under the 2,284. Okay, so it gets multiplied. So that one that I attached was a 1-star, so it would multiply it, if I remember right, times 4. So every battle it would multiply your souls times 4. So instead of just getting 10, you would get 40. If you have a 2-star one, it would multiplies it by 5.5, if I remember right. So then every battle you would get 55 souls. 3-star relics get you times 10, if I remember right. So you would get 100 souls. And if you get a 4-star, then that would be times 19, so like 190, if I remember right, somewhere around there, 190 souls. So that's how you get your souls, and that's how you're able to make it. I'm going to switch it up before I forget, because I always forget I attach these, and then I end up using it, and then I get really mad at myself because I just wasted it. Okay, so that's how those work. And with those, if you have those attached and you do battles, you can jump. Let's say I had a 4-star, let's say I had a 3, to make it easy, the math's easy. Let's say I had attached the 3-star relic for this event, right? So that's 100 souls. So right now I already collected 25, so that would be 125 now that I would be. So I would add it all the way to the 3rd token. So with one battle only with the 1-star, or I'm sorry, with the 3-star, that would get me these next 3 rewards here: the 50 portal stones, the bonus token, and black token. That's how cool they are. That's how they work. So they boost you up, so that eventually you're able, to get to the big daddy over here, or big mama prize of the 4-star here. Where'd it go? There we go, Baba Yaga. And if you pick carefully, you can pick events that have 2 4-stars. Sometimes they do. Look, this one has 2 4-stars. There's some that don't have 2 4-stars. A lot of times the ones that don't have 2 4-stars for rewards are the ones that have really, really awesome titans, so they just give you the 1. But this one has 2. So if you finish the event for this one, you get Runa and you get Baba Yaga. And then if you have enough coins, you can make it all the way to the end and get this cool Earth Shaker. Anyway, so let's go back to here. And so you have the tokens here, right? Right now I have 9. I'm gonna keep trying to do the event and keep battling, and I'll try to make a video every time that I collect something. That way, you guys can kind of see. It'll just be a short video in case you guys are curious. So every time I collect one, it'll go here. Personally, I like to save, and this is my number that I found that works for me. I always end up with like 8 extra ones, but I like to have that little barrier there. Because every time you hit this right now, let's say I said I was going to do the event. Let's say I had 42, like I always do, and I hit the button here, and I collect one of the relics. I could get a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. Obviously, we want to get 3-star, 4-stars. I still be happy with 2 stars, but a lot of times, you get a lot. Some events I get a lot of 1-stars. So if I only have, let's say, 30 tokens total with 1-stars, I'm not going to make it to the end, and that just means I just wasted all these tokens, because I might not even get maybe you don't care about getting all the way to the end and getting all the relics and all the little bonuses at the end. All you care about is getting the main 4-star Baba Yaga. You might not make it there. You might not. So 42 works good for me. I always end up with about 8, because remember, so let's say I saved up 42 right here, okay? And I'm just gonna start the event now. So I have 42 saved up. I'm also gonna get some as I go through the event. So really, if you save up 42 like I do, you really end up with this one right here, which is 43. You end up with this one, which is 44. You end up with this one right here, which is 45. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So for this particular event, you want to add these two because you would end up with 50. Usually there's not one way over here, but for this event, they have a lot of relics past Baba Yaga, so that's kind of cool. So, um, like I said, I always end up with 8 extra. That's with the 42 that I have here, plus however many each event has that you collect along the way. So if you want to say, hey, you know what, you seem to always have 4 extra, right? So I can just take those 8 out, and instead of 42, I can save up, what is it, like 34, right? I can save up 34, and then just do it that way instead of having to wait till 42. You could do that. You can definitely do that. Um, Chances are you probably make it. I just don't like to take the chances personally. Um, but if you've already done it, you've done it a bunch of times, and you found a number that works good for you, definitely put it in the comments. Let us know. There's definitely a lot of people that are eventually, this is a new channel, so it doesn't have that many subscribers. So eventually there'll be a lot of new people that come in over time, and nobody's really taught them anything. So if all your comments are appreciated. I'm not going to say, oh no, that's not a good way to do it, because there's definitely so many people who have more experience, who are way stronger, have been doing it for longer. So definitely let us know how many tokens you use during an event. And then, you as a viewer, you guys can decide what you're going to do, because it takes so long to get these guys. Um, Sometimes they have back-to-back events, so it doesn't take as long, but it takes so long to get these guys that you really don't want to waste it. So you want to save up enough, and this is just one point of view. I save up 42. Hopefully some of you guys that are watching are higher levels and have been doing it for a while, and you guys can put your input, and you guys can tell us what how many tokens you save for an event. And then if you want, you can do an average of in between what I said and what they said. If that makes you feel better, or you can take their advice, because obviously they've done it, and it's proven. So go ahead and save those. Don't just use them. I know I did for a lot of years at first. I didn't know that when I got one of these void tokens, that when the event was done, I thought that it would disappear if I didn't use it. So I just ended up using them, which never got me further than like right here, like 250 gems, Malix, maybe to the second void token. So I would just use them up, and it wouldn't get me very far, because 3 tokens is not going to get 2 or 3 tokens is not going to get you very far in an event, and there's no way you're going to do this without tokens. And it's impossible. And if you've done it, definitely let us know in the comments, because that's awesome. Let us know if you had like a ridiculous amount of gems or how you did it. But there's just too many souls. I mean, look at that. That's 30,000 souls. So that means you have to do, what is that, like? So 2,000 is 200. So let's say 10,000 is 1,000. So it's like I think it's like 3,000 battles that you have to do in 3 days. I don't even know if that's possible. Who has the time to spend 100, 24 hours a day, non-stop? You would have to have like a ton of gems to be playing non-stop from morning to night without stopping. So definitely go ahead and save those up, okay, guys? Don't spend them. Take advantage of them. Save them up. And once you have it saved up, however many you decide to save up, let's say you decide to save up 34, 35, 42 like I do, just because there's an event going on, don't use them just because there's an event going on. And you're like, oh man, I finally saved up for them. I want to get my first 4-star. Don't do that. Make sure, and if you don't do it through my channel, definitely go through other people's channels. And make sure you take a look at different titans. Because not all four titans are created equal. So some are definitely more powerful than others. Let's take an example of the 3 titans that I'm pinning up against other titans in my channel. right now: Lithotar, Frostar, and Magmatar. So all Minotaurs, but all three are very different, and all three spawn troops. But in my opinion, I don't think all three are have the same strength. I would rather use some or one of them or the other two, and then another one. I'd rather use Lithotar over Frostar and Magmatar, and I'd rather use Frostar over Magmatar. As of now, a Magmatar is technically, it's not. It's level 57, close to level 58, not level 60, and my Grenadier is level 24, and the relics aren't fully loaded, so he still has some time to grow, but there's definitely Titans who are like level 35, and you fight them, and they're just that strong that it's hard to beat them. So definitely go ahead, take a look at different videos that talk about that, and go ahead and try and pick a good Titan, or maybe go find a player who has a strong Titan, um, that you think you might have a chance against, just strictly based on the power levels that you see. So like, for example, this guy is 71,000. Even if you're just, because there's 3 stars here, so if you're just starting out and you're like, you know what, I can't finish the event, but I'm gonna use my gems and I'm just gonna battle until I get Malix or Balwin. I'm gonna do 400 battles and get Balwin. So let's say you have Balwin. Let's say you got her already, and or I'm sorry. Let's say you have a 2 star, and you're like, which 3 stars should I get? If you're aiming for a 3 star, you're not ready to aim for the 4 stars yet, or you're still saving up, and you're like, you know what, I want to get a 3 star and be right while I wait. So look, so I can say I have a fully loaded level 40 full relics, maxed out troops at my level, 2 star. Let me go against. This Durat. He's level 48. He's almost maxed out, and let me see how I do. And then go ahead and do that with another 3 star, another 3 star. Different various 2 stars. So the same applies. It doesn't matter what. Is it a 2 star, 1 star, 3 star, 4 star? If it's stronger than you, it doesn't mean that you can't beat them just because you don't have that level of Titan. So I've beaten, when I was lower, I've beaten 3 stars with 2 star. So because not all Titans, all my 4 stars, they're not all equal. So you can't say Kazoo is as strong as Krotos, or Krotos is strong as Frostar, or Grimble as far as Golkar, or Hades, Lubu, which Lubu's really good, guys. Okay, I know I only have him level 13, so I don't speak from experience of me using him. I speak from experience of me battling him, and he is a pain in the butt to battle. But all these 4 stars right here, they're not the same. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I have them, because sometimes, especially in these leagues right now that we are in the middle to lower leagues, people just see a 4 star and they're like, I don't know if I want to even deal with that guy. But once you start getting into the higher leagues, people will mess with you, no matter what, if you have a 4 star or not. So you definitely want to pick and choose. So that's another thing that I wish I would have been told, and I would have been more picky, which I am now. I'm starting to be more picky. This last round, I wanted to get Lubu. I also got Hades. In the process, I got Wukong. I haven't fought Wukong, so I don't know how strong he is. I'm hoping he's a strong guy. And in the process, I also got Eurocore. So we'll see how good he is. I've definitely been saving up. Personally, I really want to get Chronos or Progenitor or Sekhmet. I just have not been able to beat Sekhmet. She is one tough Titan. Oh man, I fought her all different levels and I just cannot beat her. She is my Achilles heel. So alright guys, I don't want to confuse you guys. Hopefully I said that as well as I could have. Also, a lot of times if you use certain relics like these, then it'll give you a boost. And if you use Titans like these, it'll give you a boost in so if you don't have a relic and it'll still give you like 1.1 or 1.2 times, the 10 souls. So you'll end up getting like 11 souls instead of 10 if you use one of these titans. Sometimes you don't have to use some of these titans. Like these guys, like look at Zeus. So it's not just Zeus. Go ahead and read it here. Runa, Baba Yaga, Lupu, Uranus, Zeus, Kronos, or 4-star champion titans. So make sure you read it, because sometimes it's just like lightning titans also, and then particular titans, specific titans. Oh, here we go. I didn't even realize. So here it shows you how much you would get with each different level of these boost relics here. So that's pretty cool. I haven't looked at this really for a long time. Um, but if you guys have any questions, if you have any comments on your experience, definitely let us know in the comments. Hopefully I didn't confuse you guys. I know sometimes I tend to kind of go from one area to the other. I'm trying to get better. I'm hoping I'm getting better for you guys at explaining everything. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.